Hi guys, how are you doing today? It's another Flow Finding Friday, and I'm super excited to be with you here today. In case you're joining me for the first time, my name is Suni Malo, and Flow Finding is the process of making decisions that makes it easy for you to be, do, have, and create the life that you truly desire. Okay, if you're joining me for the first time, please go to IGTV, catch up on my past videos, or you can head to YouTube and watch all the past episodes there. We have been having a conversation over the past couple of months, ranging from clarifying what you really want out of life, relationship, and career, to setting goals, to acknowledging the resources you have at your disposal, all the way to building connections that matter, and to also managing emotion. So I really hope you found value so far in our conversations, and I would really like to hear from you shortly. So thank you again for joining me once again. And today on Flow Finding, I want to talk about something. I basically just want to ask you a question, right? But first of all, I want to find out, how have you been doing? How are you doing? I hope you've had an amazing week. I hope you've been able to check some items off your list. I hope you've been able to dedicate some time to the things that really matter to you, right? I would like to know how that went. So first of all, I want to apologize. My network may be really crappy. I took a road trip, and I am not so sure about the quality of network where I am right now. I really tried to get it to work, but I'm not sure. So please let me know if you join me and you can hear me. Let me know from where you are. So thank you. So today on Flow Finding, I basically want to ask you a question I have been asking myself a lot recently, and I really hope that it gets you to think. I really hope that it gets you to begin to get moving in the direction of what you truly desire. So the question is this: what is that one thing that you've always wanted to do? What's that one thing that is important to you? What's that one thing that you keep pushing up, you keep pushing forward, you keep procrastinating on? What's that one thing that you always wanted to do, but you've been putting off for so long? What's that one thing for you? I realized over time that putting off things that were important to me had a way of telling emotionally. They had a way of affecting. When something that's important to you, when your values are violated, or when you keep drawing back from the things that are important to you, there's that incongruence that occurs. And what happens most of the time is you find yourself in this unhappy place. You find yourself emotionally in a place that you may not like very much. So what that got me to do was begin to ask myself consistently, what are the things that are important to me, and then begin to take steps and actions to be able to achieve or do such things. Now, the things that are important to you don't have to be the big things. Actually, I want us to begin to look in the direction of the small things, right? The small foxes. So for instance, there's been that one phone call that you keep pushing off, and it's important to you. There's something it's going to do for you, it's going to give to you, but you keep pushing it forward. Oh, hi! Ayodiji, thank you for joining. Please let me know if you can hear me clearly, and if I'm clear. Right? So what's that one thing that you've been putting off? Something that is important to you. Maybe it's a trip. Maybe it's a phone conversation. Maybe it's an email. Maybe it's... I don't know what it is for you. Maybe it's having a difficult conversation with someone. Maybe it's visiting a particular family member. Maybe there's that one thing that's important to you, but you keep pushing forward, you keep procrastinating. I remember sometime I heard this definition of procrastination that really changed things for me a bit. And maybe you've heard it before, but just hear me out. Oh, great. Thank you. I'm glad you can hear me. So I had this definition of procrastination that changed a lot of things for me, and it was this. This person said procrastination is the arrogance that you would have tomorrow to do the thing that you could have done today. Let me say that again. Procrastination is the arrogance that you will have tomorrow to do the thing that you could have done today, the thing that you had today to do. And that really changed things for me. So as much as I can, things that I can do today, I make it a point of contact to check it off my list, to do it, to let it go. Like I said on one of the last episodes, we had a conversation. There are so many things that are out of your control, but there are certain things that you can control. So do the things that you can and let the rest go. So don't wait for your bucket list for when you're old and gray, when you don't have strength and you're battling with your health. No, your bucket list should be something you're consistently checking off, something you're consistently doing, something that makes you happy, gives you joy, do it. So my question again to you is, what is that one thing that you've been putting off? What's that one thing you've always wanted to do, but you've given yourself excuses for so long? And sometimes the excuses sound genuine. Let me give you an example of some of my excuses before now. I love to travel. I love to take road trips. At first, I started with, oh, I'm so busy, I don't have time. Oh, I would need so much money. Oh, I would. But I say they are excuses because in the grand scheme of things, when I actually began to take action and do those things, it wasn't that difficult after all, right? You would be surprised at the resources that are at your disposal when you make a decision to begin to take action. When you make a decision to begin to be deliberate about your life, to be deliberate about the choices you make and the decisions you make. All right. So remember, it's not just about the big thing, it's also about the little things. So what's that phone call that you put off today? What's that visit that you put off? Okay. What's that book you've always wanted to read that you keep pushing forward? What's that business idea you've wanted to spend a bit of time working on, but I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it next year, I'll do it next time? What is that thing? So answer that for yourself today, and then go out there and begin to take baby steps towards doing it. You have all the resources you need to create the life you desire. Let me say that again. You have all the resources you need. Watch the word need, not want. You have the resources you need, but you will never realize it till you actually begin to take action and you begin to act and you begin to walk towards the things that you desire. All right, so that's it for today on flow finding. It's basically a quick question that I wanted to ask you, and I wanted you to get to think for yourself. Ask yourself this every day. What's that one thing that I really need to do today? And then decide to act. Decide not to put it forward. Decide not to push it. Decide not to procrastinate, but to take a step, no matter how little, to take a step towards it. Thank you so much, Adeji, for staying to the end. Thank you for joining me on Flow Finding today. I look forward to having you same time next week, 4 p.m. Friday. We will do this again. Please catch up on my past episodes on YouTube or here on IGTV. You can send me a message, Suni Malo, on any of the social media, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And you can send me an email at sunimalo1@gmail.com. I have also put together the collections of questions to create clarity, as I discussed the last time, and you can click the link in my bio and have access to it as well. Do have an amazing weekend. Remember to spend time to be the person that you've always wanted to be. Remember, do the things that give you joy, do the things that make you happy, and do the things that contribute towards building the life that you desire in the long run. All right? You have today. Make the best of it. I'll see you next week, same time. Bye-bye.